Now I'm going to explain what love bombing is, 5 signs that it's happening to you, and how it's related to narcissism. Let us first define love bombing. Love bombing is a type of manipulation in which the manipulator uses attention, affection, and adoration to get us to do what they want. They may lavish us with expensive gifts, take us on incredible trips or experiences, and want to see us constantly. This can feel amazing early on in a relationship. We may believe we have finally found our soulmate, and the connection is effortless. They will constantly compliment us, making it difficult for us to see any red flags because we feel so good around them. This is why it is referred to as a love bomb. It literally drops a bomb on our lives, and we are blinded by their smoke screen. They want us to believe that they are perfect and that the relationship is exactly what we desire. So, when does the manipulator drop the love bomb? Love bombing is common when we first start dating a narcissist. However, it is not limited to those with narcissistic personality disorder. It can also be part of histrionic personality disorder, the cycle of abuse. Cults and religious organizations, gangs, sex trafficking, and other toxic and harmful relationships all use love bombing. It works because everyone wants to be appreciated, loved, and adored, and the manipulator or narcissist understands this. If someone is overtly mean or hurtful, we take notice, become defensive, or even stop talking to them entirely, as in fight, flight, or freeze. However, when someone is overly nice, we are not always as aware. We may believe that they are simply excited to get to know us, or that this relationship is unlike any other we've had because this is the one. However, it should be noted that love bombing is not limited to intimate partners. I'll repeat myself. Love bombing can happen in any relationship. This is common in friendships. It is not only about romantic relationships. Allow me to tell you about my own experience with this. I went through this with a friend years ago, and while it felt good to be complimented and spoiled, it was also strange and uncomfortable at times. But I couldn't really put my finger on why. And when it finally ended, because I wasn't as available as she wanted me to be all the time, and I was removed from the situation, I saw it for what it was, love bombing. Psychology and love bombing. It's also worth noting that, according to psychologist Dale Archer, true love bombing follows the acronym IDD, which stands for intense idealization, devaluation, and discard, implying that after showering us with love and attention, they expect us to devote all of our time and affection to them. If they see us caring for someone else, such as our family or another friend, they may become passive-aggressive, accuse us of being selfish and disrespectful, and lash out in rage. They will continue to devalue us if we do not do exactly what they want. This can be accomplished by giving us the silent treatment, shouting at us every chance they get, or manipulating us into feeling sorry for them. It may even involve physical violence. If we do not change and give them everything they want at all times, they may discard us and move on to another target, repeating the cycle. I can see this happening in relationships with people who have borderline personality disorder because it sounds a lot like splitting to me, which is when we see people as all good or all bad. There is no middle ground, which I believe we can all agree is where the majority of us reside. But can you think of any other scenarios or types of people to whom this could apply, or have you encountered this yourself? Please let me know in the comments section. I know that in the early stages of a relationship, we can all be excited about our new partner. We want to talk to them all the time and give them compliments on a regular basis. So, how do we tell the difference between healthy excitement for a new relationship and love bombing? I'm glad you inquired. Let's look at the 5 red flags to watch out for. Excessive gift giving is ranked first. It's customary to take someone out to dinner or buy them a small gift when we first meet them, but it's not customary to buy them anything expensive or extravagant. We don't take them on expensive trips or buy them expensive clothes or accessories. So, if you recently met someone who wants to buy you expensive items or insists on always picking up the tab and taking you to expensive places, it could be a sign of love bombing. Number 2, they want to be with you all the time. They can't seem to spend enough time with us when we're being love bombed. They will constantly call, text, and want to hang out. If we aren't available for this constant contact, they can press us to change our minds, claiming that all they need is to be with us, and they'll shower us with compliments along the way, saying things like, "I just can't get enough of you," or, "You're the only reason I get out of bed in the morning." Number 3 is pressuring you for a quick commitment. When we are love bombed, they expect us to give them all of our time and attention right away. They will say, "I love you," after only a few weeks of knowing us, or bring us to meet their parents or other important people right away. They may even press us to move in together when we have only recently begun dating or being friends. Everything will feel rushed, and it may be difficult to notice when we are bombarded with attention and compliments at the same time. As a result, this red flag may be something that our other friends or family will raise to us, and if they do, we should pay attention. Healthy relationships take time to develop, and we should be able to learn about each other through a variety of experiences and situations. Number 4 separates us from our friends and family. This occurs in almost all abusive or manipulative relationships because they will be unable to persuade us to do their bidding if we have others looking out for us. Having other loved ones actively involved in our lives means that they will notice the quick pace of the relationship, excessive gift-giving or attention, and will most likely speak up. If we are isolated, love bombing becomes more effective, not to mention that we may believe they are all we have or the only person who truly cares about us. It merely makes us more susceptible to their manipulation. 5. They are offended by healthy boundaries. If we aren't available when they want us to be, they can try to guilt us, tempt us with more gifts or expensive experiences, and compliment us until we cave. Let's say they text us to check in or ask a question. If we don't respond quickly, say, in 30 minutes or so, they may conclude that we don't care and that all they want to do all day is talk with us. They don't understand why we don't share their sentiments. If we want to spend a night alone or have plans with other friends and family, they may become upset and claim that we don't love them. This is also where things can shift from love bombing to the devaluation stage that we discussed earlier. Overall, love bombing is unhealthy and usually results in abusive behavior. It's been linked to trauma bonding, losing our sense of self, and being in an enmeshed relationship, which means a relationship with no boundaries at all. Just to name a few consequences of such behavior, please be aware of these warning signs and consult with others in your life to ensure that you are in a healthy relationship. And my personal advice is that if something feels off, like they're just spending more money on you, or what they're doing makes you uncomfortable, pay attention to that feeling and ask others you trust about it as well. But I'd like to hear from you. Have you been a victim of love bombing, or have you love bombed someone without realizing it? Or do you believe I omitted any important details or red flags? Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you again soon.